Hello everyone, welcome back. I'm back in my classroom and I am changing a lot of things around. So I actually have a lot that I have to do. I don't like any of my bulletin boards, so I'm redoing them. I went ahead and I got some different stuff for the backgrounds and for the borders just because I really didn't like what I had before. So I'm gonna take you along and show you everything that I'm doing today, and this is just gonna continue for a while. However, I found out that students are already here for registration, and my classroom is actually going to be used next week for 2 days for freshman orientation. So I'm putting all the stuff out, and I know that some of it I'm just going to have to put away, even though, you know, I don't know, I'm going to have to put it away eventually, so if they're using my classroom it doesn't get messed up or anything, because I'm not going to be here when they are using it. So I'm still gonna do a lot of stuff and get everything set up, but then some things I'm just gonna lock away. So let's go ahead and continue where we left off.
You keep me wondering, is our love strong, just like a love song? Baby, it's haunting me. Don't know what you're thinking, it's like I'm sinking deep underwater. Maybe it's harder for me. Oh, harder for me. Maybe we're over it, or maybe just lovers, 'cause under the covers, baby, you're showing me how to be fearless so no one can hear us. You're throwing the pillars through the floor. Now put your loving on me. Eh, loving on me. Maybe you won't see me get emotional, and sometimes I pretend I'm just above it all. But I want you lying next to me. Yeah, I want your body too. Yeah, body too. And baby, please don't think I run away from you. It's just sometimes I get scared to dive into it. I want you lying next to me. Yeah, I want your body too. Yeah, body too. Will you be my ride or die? Around all these people, we'll try to be someone better than you and I. Posing for pictures, but nobody listens to anything that you have to say. Can we just leave and walk away? Walk away, walk away. Maybe you won't see me get emotional, and sometimes I pretend I'm just above it all. But I want you lying next to me. Yeah, I want your body too. Yeah, body too. And baby, please don't think I run away from you. It's just sometimes I get scared to dive into it. I want you lying next to me. Yeah, I want your body too. Yeah, body too. Is our love strong, just like a love song? Baby, it's haunting me. Don't know what you're thinking, it's like I'm sinking deep underwater. maybe it's harder, harder, harder for me. Oh, harder for me. Maybe we're over it, or maybe just lovers.
All right, so I am getting the bookcases out because I just don't like how tall they are, and I don't like them. So these are the ones that were already here, and all of the books that were in the bookcases were from the other teacher, and I guess they just get handed down to me, I guess. But there's actually a lot of names on the books, like written on the spines and pages of the books, so I don't know if they belong to students or what's going on, but I pulled those out. We got the bookcases out and I just put them in the hallway, which at my other school we were supposed to do. At this school, we're not, but I'm doing it anyways. I've had so many people tell me to just put them in the hallways, and I know that at my other school we did, but it's just that kids are always on campus at this school. Like, this school is like always open because it's such a big school, especially now with kids for registration. But since kids are actually here for registration, teachers are here, staff is here, so I wrote out this sign, please remove, thank you, and I'm just gonna tape it to the bookcases that are out in the hallway. And they're really big, you can't miss them, so I just hope someone takes them and I don't get in trouble. But one thing I've learned is when you're setting up your classroom, most of the time it's better to ask for forgiveness than to ask for permission, because your permission is usually going to be a no, or it's going to take very long, and that's really bad advice, so don't take that advice from me. But that's just something that I've learned for things that, you know, could easily be fixed, like getting bookcases out. Which, by the way, they took the table out of my classroom, and it's so nice. There's so much more room to walk, but I'm just getting those out, and then I have my own bookcases that I'm gonna put together, and they're shorter, they're wood, so they match like the theme and the vibe in my classroom, and they just are prettier. So I'm gonna put mine together eventually too. I had my dad come and bring them in, so those are the big boxes that you saw on the floor. But I'm gonna go put this out in the hallway and attach it to the bookcases so that they know that they need to take them.
'Cause under the covers, baby, you're showing me how to be fearless so no one can hear us. You're throwing the pillars to the floor. Now put your loving, loving, loving on me. Yeah, loving on me. Maybe you won't see me get emotional, and sometimes I pretend I'm just above it all. But I want you lying next to me. Yeah, I want your body, body, body too. Yeah, body too. And baby, please don't think I run away from you. It's just sometimes I get scared to dive into it. I want you lying next to me. Yeah, I want your body, body, your body too. Yeah, body too. Will you be my ride or die? Around all these people, we'll try to be someone better than you and I.
Okay, I just put them outside. I put that little sign on them, and I feel like I did something wrong. Like I feel like I just broke the rules or something.
For pictures, but nobody listens to anything that you have to say. Can we just leave and walk away? Walk away, walk away. Maybe you won't see me get emotional, and sometimes.
Let me show you where we are with my classroom right now. So when you first walk in, you'll notice that the table is gone. There's so much room. It looks better after all this stuff is out of the way. But as you can see, I brought in more things, lots of stuff, and we moved the bookcase. Remember, the black bookcase was over here. We moved that back here, so that's why there's so much more stuff everywhere, because we took it off of that bookcase. And then my desk was pushed this way, so I ended up pushing it up against the wall, and we found another hidden outlet that was behind that bookcase. So I got another outlet over there, and I kept asking for a long skinny table and they didn't bring it. I was gonna put it right here, but since they didn't bring it multiple times, I'm assuming that they don't have any, so this is just what it is. I just pushed it against the wall, and yeah, that's what it looks like. I'm thinking of hiding my mini fridge in there. I don't know if you guys are allowed to have mini fridges or any refrigerators or anything, but I don't think we are. I don't know for sure, so I have to kind of hide it. However, I did notice that there was one in another teacher's classroom, so I'm not going to be the only one breaking the rule if it is not allowed. So I actually had some people asking questions about that. Why can't we have microwaves and refrigerators. That's because, one, they take up electricity and the school's paying for it, and two, they tend to be a fire hazard if like there's a spark or you have to plug things in that aren't really necessities. Refrigerators and microwaves, like if you catch something on fire in a microwave, that's not good for a school, obviously. Most schools have a microwave anyways in like the teacher's lounge, so they don't really want you to have your own because they have some already there. But if you are, I don't know, if you're a teacher, you know that there's always a huge line for the microwaves. By the time you get in there to cook your food, you have 5 minutes to eat it till the bell rings, so it kind of sucks. So I have my own microwave that I hid in here. I showed you guys in one of my other, you can't even see it, there's so much stuff. It's hidden in the cabinet. But yeah, I have my own hidden in there, and I'm gonna pull that out when I find a hiding spot for it where I can actually keep it out. And then my my refrigerator I have, and I've always had a refrigerator at all of my schools, but the previous school I don't think we were allowed either. Honestly, I don't know if we were allowed at any of them, but like I said, another teacher here has one, so if it's not allowed, at least I'm not the only one who's gonna get in trouble. But it's better for me to try, because having a cold, cool water every day is just, it's so refreshing. Especially it's so hot, you guys. My AC is blasted. It is the lowest it goes, which is only 66, but it is so hot in here still. We've been working and moving bookcases and things and putting up bulletin board paper, and it is still like hot. I am sweating, but of course our windows don't open by a window. That's why the lighting's so great. I'm next to a window, but they don't open, so we gotta rely on the AC, and having a nice cold water just changes everything. So I'm thinking of just putting that underneath this desk and then figuring it out, because I don't really keep my feet under my desk. I don't know, I feel like I don't really sit at my desk all the time. I usually have a lectern or a podium, and I'm sitting on the stool in front of the whiteboard and podium, I guess. I'm sitting in front of everyone, talking to them and lecturing and doing whiteboard stuff and walking around and helping groups. And, you know, I'm not really sitting at my desk unless it's my prep period and I'm grading. So I think my fridge will fit there fine. But I'm not even bringing that in. I had it in my car. I'm not even bringing it in because they're doing the registration in my room. So I don't want to like have it in here and then people find it and then I get in trouble and I have to take it out. So I'm going to put it in after registration, which is the teacher's first day back. So that's what I'm going to do for that. But yeah, so this is what my classroom is so far. It is a mess, and I need to definitely go through all of this stuff, but I just wanted to make sure I got this bookcase behind here. Something that bothers me is these. There's so much room, so much room. So how many things are gonna fall behind there, right? Also, I wanna show you what it looks like now that those bookcases are gone. So remember, they were over here. There were two big ones. One's this way, one's this way. Let me turn this down. This is what it looks like. This is nasty. Like candy over here, gum. It's gross. Paper airplane. I wonder how old that is. But yeah, this is nasty. And then there's like webs all over the wall. So yeah, I'm gonna be cleaning this next time I'm here, because I don't think our custodian does the floors or anything. From my understanding, he just comes and grabs the trash and then leaves. And then when I had to get that big table out, he had to like text somebody else to do it. So I feel like it might not be their job. I don't know. But anyways, I'm getting a lot of questions about this. This is an air filtration system. What you do is, well, you plug it in, and it's usually going to be on low because the setting is like, I don't know how to describe it. Like you can't hear it as well. It's not as loud. So you can kind of hear it right now. But what it does is it sucks air in from the bottom and blows it out here on the top. How do I know that? Because at my previous school, someone dropped a paper and it fell behind there, and we tried to find it and it wasn't there. It was being sucked up. It was like attached to the bottom of this, being sucked up. And yeah, so it sucks up air from the bottom and then pushes it out here, and then it cleans the air in here. So there's low, medium, and high, and it gets really loud. So if it's like work time, I can turn it up. You can hear how loud that is. That's crazy. But if it's not work time, or it's lecture time, or whatever, I keep it on low so that kids can hear me and hear each other. But this is what it is. These are supposed to be in the hallways. And our district like messed up the order. So we were supposed to have those little white ones. I don't know if you've seen them from other teachers, but we were supposed to have those little white ones in all of the classrooms. But they messed up the order and ordered these for all of the classrooms too. So if you remember at my previous school when I was cleaning up, there were two. We had the little white one and we had this one. So this one we only have the gray one. The gray one is like a more heavy duty utility one. Maybe you'll see it like in kitchens or in big rooms. But since they ordered them for all the classrooms, they're just giving them to all the classrooms, but they really were only supposed to be for the big rooms and the hallways. But yeah, it's nice to have a really big one, and honestly it like moves the air around really nice. So when the AC is on the lowest setting, it kind of pushes the air around, so it's not just whoever sits under the vent gets the air, it's everyone can feel it. So it's really nice. There's lots of stuff that was behind it, and there was gum like attached to the wall in the bookcase, but I'm glad I got them out, and then I'm gonna clean that later. And then these are actually my bookcases. I have two more at home. These are wood bookcases, and they are gonna be 4 shelves tall. So if you remember the black one that was over there, it was 3 shelves tall. These ones are 4, so they're a little bit taller. So I would say from the floor, they're gonna be about this tall. Not nearly as tall as the other ones, but taller than that black one. And then I'm just gonna have 2 here, and then I'm gonna have 2 there. That's the plan, but I may just end up having 1 here and 1 there, and then I may not even do the other 2. So we'll just have to see how that works. And then if I really like them, I may take one of them, because remember I have 4 of these. I may take one of them and replace that black metal one over there. But these are all of the books that were on the bookcases. I have to go through all of these, and like I said, a lot of the ones where there's multiple copies, kids wrote their names on them. So I don't know if they belong to these students or they were gifts to them, or I don't know who I'm supposed to return them to, but from my understanding they belong to the teacher, and it was fair game and I got to keep them. But I'm gonna go through them all because there's a lot in here that I'm not gonna use. Like dictionaries, thesaurus, we don't use those in my class, especially 2 of each. Like we don't need those. But I'm gonna have to go through all of these and find out what I wanna keep and what I don't. And then honestly, I don't know what to do with the ones that I don't want, because like I said, it takes a long time for them to like get things out of the room. You have to have like certain requests from certain people, and I'm just not familiar with how all that works yet, so I'm just kind of winging it. But yeah, those are all the books.